Hey everybody, how's it going? John here. Good, scroll saw with its design. Screwed it up. What if a kid scroll saw portrait design of woodworks? How's it going? Late night live. Somebody asked for it, and he better show up. Besides Mr. Herb, who's in the background here, he didn't ask for it. Somebody else did. Like, well, some of us stay up late, so you better go on live for us. So I'm live. Here I am. He's not here.
Who said that?
What, Mr. West?
Oh, I gotta talk real low.
Oh, there he is. Hey,
Hello,
Wes,
everybody.
what are you up to?
About 5'9".
You missed my intro. I said somebody wanted to go late, and they asked me, and I said, "There you go. Oh, there you go. What are you up to?
Yeah, working on another bird body.
Another one. I
Let
mean,
me fix my tripod here before it falls down to the floor.
I told you what to do. Just make a cast of it, and then make a silicone mold, and you're good to go for all of them.
Put my hand down the scroll saw here.
Yeah, I'm going to have to dig mine out.
Boom, Biffy.
No, I got 3 chickens here, but I'm not 100% happy with the second one that I made, so I'm attempting a little bit different pose.
Yeah.
Let's see if I've got half of it done already here.
Cool.
You know, but I thought if I did just 2 panels at a time, I could cut them on the scroll saw. But stupid me, you still have to stand them up to make your second cut. so here I am back at the COVID saw.
Oh, that's right. You have a bandsaw. That's right.
Yeah, it works. I mean,
yeah, for sure. Hey, I got a question with your video though. Isn't there a different way you could do that? I know you don't want to cut them because you want to preserve them in whole, right? Isn't there a different way? Yeah.
You talking about the actual carcass?
Yeah, cause isn't there a different way you can do what you did rather than breaking your broom?
Oh. Yes. Different video. I'm slow.
Yeah.
So typically to discharge a bird, that you're just gonna do it by hand.
Yeah.
With your thumb and index finger behind the head, and.
Oh, okay.
But with the size of these birds, it's a little bit trickier because you don't necessarily have the stretch,
leverage.
Leverage with my wingspan anyway.
Yeah, they look pretty big.
Yeah, those were pretty big roos. But that's the alternative, is to use like a dowel rod, or I was like, well, I've got an aluminum handle broomstick. And,
because I remember being in the Rod and Gun Club, and they would hang them, and then slit them, or hang them, and then take them out to the butcher block, and let them run around and bleed out.
Right.
It was quite the sight for 8-year-old to watch.
I bet.
Hey,
Robin.
I actually heard him. I actually didn't expect you to be here. I just sent you the link just because, in case you were up.
Yeah, I'll be here till she hollers at me.
And I'm on block.
Does she know you're on here though?
No, she got home from work. She wasn't feeling good. It took her some medicine, went in there to lay down. Yeah, I was halfway to the coffee pot to make it when she got ready to get up in the morning.
Oh. Hey, Will, how's it going? Yeah, I'm live again.
But I'll probably be here for about another 10 minutes, then I'll be in the chat.
That's fine. Not a problem.
When you first sent me that link, I was thinking, man, I'm getting that link kind of late from the earlier show.
No, I sent you that one earlier though. But no, but the thing is, like you said, Carrie freaking had me trapped in the house watching the movie.
Yeah,
That's where I was yesterday.
I was in the hangout most of the day.
Oh, okay.
I got up. I didn't sleep with the flip last night. Then I got up there and laid down by the time you went live. I got woke up by the doorbell.
Oh. 170 subs. Way to go. Way to go, Will. It's pretty good. Getting there. Getting there. So cold and stuff. Warm
Are
and
you, are you, are you going to do anything tomorrow? I mean, just hang out or whatever?
well, I can hang out, but I got stuff to do. Like I got boards to plane down and stuff to cut on my scroll saw, or not on the scroll saw, but on the table saw and everything else. So, hey, Billy. So I got work to do on the other side of my shop. I got a couple of well, I got some freaking fills I got to do too for crayon fills I got to do. I can do that. I can get some more of my patterns ready to go and everything else, and then get some wood all prepped for all that stuff. No,
I'll have hangouts open in the morning.
Yeah. Hey Jeff. No, I didn't get my scroll saw fixed yet. I gotta wait for Seiko to call me about that part. Apparently they won't be here till I guess they're taking Monday off, so it won't be available till Tuesday. They call me back at least.
But anyway, y'all have a good evening.
All right, Herb. Take care, man.
You
We'll talk to
too.
you later. Yeah, Billy. I had yesterday on my show, my saw just started. Holy cow! I didn't think it would eat it away that fast.
So where the spray glue actually dribbles real thick, it was eating a little bit of it.
Wow. Yeah. So on my show yesterday, right at the end, I was doing the outline cut on this, right? And I got to this point here, and it started going, ja, 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 like, and I'm like, well, what the hell is that? And then my tension blade kept popping off, and so I loosened that off and retightened it back up and everything else. And here, I'll show you. So I figured, my tension blade kept coming off, and figured it might have been this bolt here, because this bolt was actually snapped in two, right? So this bolt actually snapped in two because it came off in both halves of the out of the holder there. So I went down and got a new bolt for that. It's still too short. I gotta get a longer bolt because it's not long enough to go past all the way through. But when I talk to Seiko, I'm gonna get them to send me another one of those too. But what had happened was there's a cam. Yeah, right. I pulled it all off. So there's a cam that looks like that, the motor cam that looks like that came off the motor. It actually split in two. So it split. Hold on a second. Split right there and right there. And it was sitting in the bottom of my scroll saw down there. So because when I come back out, replace the bolt, and went to hit the foot pedal, all I heard was this whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. I'm like, what the hell is that? So I figured it might have been a power issue, and turns out it was the motor cam. Motor cam was split on it, and that's what the knocking was last night. And today it was just going whoosh, whoosh, because it actually broke. It actually split right off, and it was sitting in the bottom. So I got to call into Seiko and see how much that's going to cost for them to send me up a new piece for that. So I got to get a new one of those. I'm getting a new set of clamp holders that I got to give back to Jeff anyway, because he lent me these ones. So he lent me the set of clamp holders. So I got to buy him a new set anyway. I got to get a new cam for that, a new bolt for the front. Other than that, Jeanette Square actually commented on my post. And she goes, "Oh, that's going to be Well, it happens. I said, yeah, but my scroll saw is 12 years old, and it's pretty much the only thing that's major that's happened to my scroll saw. Like I've replaced blade clamps, not a big deal. Tension bar, not a big deal. And that's just all regular stuff. So there we go. So now either if I can't, depending on the price of that to get that replaced, it's either that or get a new saw.
Which way you leaning?
Well, I gotta wait for Seiko to call me back first, and it won't be till at least Tuesday, right? Because apparently you guys have a
That's
holiday on Monday.
Do we?
Yeah, it's MLK Day.
Oh,
I'm working on Y model railway wiring and bandsaw work. Billy says one side has probably been broken for a while. I told you some time back it was sounding weird. Oh no. See, but the thing is that when I looked at both sides today, it was like a clean cut. There was like no dust or grease or anything on it at all. Like it was like it happened last night. Because like I said, there's no dust or anything on either side at all. So it happened last night, like right when all that banging was happening.
well, if nothing else, he might mean that the other side was cracked with not enough room for anything to get in, but it was weak. But yeah,
Yeah, may have been, but like when I pull the saw apart, there's like no dust in the back end. The motor's like immaculately clean. Being 12 years old, never opening any of it up and maintaining it. That it still looks brand new in there, which is totally
well, that
surprising.
tells you how good the saw is.
Yeah, and like it's totally non-serviceable. Like you need the proper tools and a service tech to work on it. Both brakes are the same.
Oh, so
Yes,
there's
they
not
are.
like no standard tools will work.
Well, so I had a 10 mil wrench, Allen key on my screwdriver. What size is that? 9/6. So okay, so I got a 9/32 uh, socket, and I got a 10 mil socket, and I had to use an 8 mil wrench and an Allen bit on my other screwdriver. This Allen key head, like yeah, like it was weird, like weird sizes, all inside this thing.
Yeah.
But even the even my rollers and bolts and everything still look like they're not even scored or anything. Like they're like immaculate still. You can still see the thread lock, the thread tight on my screws that were holding the motor in place. They use blue thread lock on there,
Cool.
and they use
Crafty
green
Gypsy has joined us, and Jeff is leaving. Later, Jeff. Hi, Gypsy.
green thread lock on the cover motor for the other side. So, all right, I'll take care. Have fun. Yeah. So both brakes are just as clean as 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 a clean brake because I like we're working with signs and stuff all the time. I can tell the difference between a fresh brake, an old brake, and a brake that has been cracked because of the
Yeah.
anodization in it and stuff and everything else. So like it's not
Well,
as
I
humid
thought
in my
maybe
shop
it could have
as it is
cracked but
outside.
stayed together because of the shape. That's what I was saying. It could still be
You
shiny because it didn't
you
have
still
enough room for stuff to
you
get
still
to it. But yeah.
you'd still see some wear in there though. So
Well, either way, it needs replaced. So I guess in the end, it doesn't matter.
yeah. Doesn't matter. It broke. I need to replace it regardless. So
Well, if you know what you need to replace it with, is the delay or getting with Seiko to find the closest person that can fix it, or to getting the
no,
actual part?
it's gonna be getting the parts from Seiko.
Yeah.
Or like I said, in the meantime, I gotta talk to my welder. I'll talk to my welder on Monday. See if they can TIG weld. What did they say? They were saying TIG weld. Yeah, TIG weld it, or JB weld it somehow, just so it holds its shape. But I think
Yeah,
I think by JB welding it, it's gonna move a bit. So it's gonna be some way to
Yeah.
clamp it back together. But
yeah, it's
you
an
know,
odd shape to try to clamp. Yeah.
I'm really surprised there's no oxidization on part of one side. But things, well, yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. And so you know how everybody in the chat is. I can't remember who all was here. Jeff, uh, wasn't Jeff Hornung.
Jack.
I can't remember who mentioned how to pull it apart, but he said, oh, just
Well,
take off your top, just take off your top screw off your holder, and the whole section, the whole assembly should slide back to get my drift pin out. And that actually worked. Rather than taking the whole back piece off, I'm doing the top and bottom clamp, sliding the whole thing through. And
Billy
yeah,
says
so
BRB. Is it cast aluminum or cast iron that broke?
cast aluminum.
Because you cannot. I've been told you cannot weld cast aluminum
Yeah, I know.
because it's too soft. Yeah.
Yeah. But it depends on what kind of like I've seen plasma welders freaking do a good job on it too, though. Go
Yeah.
and done. So
Yeah.
it's,
Tack weld. If
so it's
nothing
gonna be
else,
one
it'll
of the,
stay together till you can get the part.
yeah, exactly. But like I said, I gotta wait till Seiko calls me back. I don't even know if they're gonna call me back, but the saw had a good life anyway. It still has
Yeah.
good life left in it.
12 years ain't too shabby.
One part.
Yep,
So
I've only had
whatever.
one part break on my Hegner, and that was the little cam thing. That seems kind of like exactly what broke on yours. I don't know what the part's called that broke on yours.
Oh,
It
so
looks
I
like
did.
the cam.
So by having this apart, what I did find out though was, I'll show you right now. Okay, so that nut right there,
You want to
right?
go full screen?
You know what that nut's for, right?
Yeah, that's for adjusting the upper arm.
Upper arm control, right? So
Yep.
there's my upper arm in the up position right now. You see that scoring on there?
Yep.
That scoring? That's from actually adjusting it too far. And then me forcing my arm up and letting it sit in place.
Huh.
And
so you're positive that's not a score and just a slightly worn groove that was already there?
No,
meaning like there's supposed to be a groove there?
No, that's from me forcing it up and down when that bolt was too tight in there.
Too tight, yeah.
And also by doing that, it also caused that to happen on the motor as well.
Good lordy.
So you see
You just
that
been mean to that poor saw.
You see that groove mark right there? That groove mark right there?
Yep.
That's a perfect square to match that side of my arm right there.
Yeah.
From pushing it up too hard, pushing it up too far. Because that bolt was out, or that bolt was tightened up too much.
Googly moogly.
The things you learn, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, I know from what I learned, you tighten it just enough to hold, and that's it. And it really is. And I have a video on my channel about how to do it, but it's lefty loosey for if the arm is too stiff. If it doesn't want to come down easily, you loosen it a little bit and blah blah blah. Hello, Randy.
Yeah. It was Randy that helped me out. I was trying to remember who it was. Randy, sorry. Randy helped me out. Can Shay help you get in touch with Ray? The problem is that Shay is in Florida right now, for her other job, so she's sort of in the wind as it is.
She probably has more direct contact though, and you probably deal with Mike or one of the shop guys.
Yeah, but I might as well wait till
somebody will probably contact you. Yeah.
So I might as well wait till they're open. It's not a big deal. Not a big deal. Worst case scenario, if I really have to scroll saw tomorrow, I can go grab a saw for one of my other guys in town that I know.
Cool.
So if this turns out to be not fixable, which I can't see it being, because I can probably just take my piece down and get machined because
Yeah.
Mark sent me a video from a guy who had it happen to him twice. So he ended up
Wow.
machining it out
Same
of
part.
steel. Yeah. So
Uh,
he actually ended up machining it out of steel and then put a steel bushing on there as well. And so
yeah, I
let's see
think a
what
lot
it
of parts that are either plastic or cast aluminum is to save cost.
well, $1,200 is still a pretty high cost for a.
Well, yeah, I
But
just meant save
but
cost.
but
You know, the more, yeah.
yeah, but you figure, so 12 years, $1,200. That's $1,000 per year because we're discussing this with cars and everything else anyway. So if I spend $1,000 for a brand new scroll saw every year for the past 12 years, this definitely would have been a good investment because I made back at least $1,000 every year. So.
Yeah, Jack says I can let you borrow a laser.
No, shut up, Jack. Hey, Jack, how's it going? Oh, Charles, you should have been on here yesterday. Jack was showing us around
I'm
his shop.
sorry.
Jack was showing us
Yeah,
around his
Cliff was
shop.
telling me he has all kinds of
Yeah.
lasers.
Oh yeah, he's got all kinds of lasers. He's got a, I can't mention them all right now. So he's got a diode
Diode,
laser and a fiber
CO2.
laser, a CO2 laser, a couple CNC machines, a 3D printer, freaking. And, oh, he's got a scroll saw that he says is buried under 4 inches of dust. So
Yeah, we know a few people like that. Sorry
yeah.
I missed you, Jack. And long time no see, Randy. Hello,
Oh,
Connie.
and a plasma laser
Plasma.
too.
I want plasma cutter. Dang it.
Hey, Connie, how's it going?
Hello, taxidermy dude. Hello, Hyde.
That almost looks like a rabbit, Wes.
A rabbit.
Yeah, it does.
It looks like a
Ra-
rabbit
with-
right now. Yeah,
Rabbit with a flat ass and short ears.
a rabbit with cropped ears on him.
Yeah.
I sent Wes a video earlier, and I was just loud. I was watching. I was loud. I was watching it without sound, and I watched it with sound. I was laughing my ass off.
Will has joined us.
Oh, Will's been here a while. Hey, Charles, I used to have the same hat
Oh.
as you, except it was Air. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I'll be careful with Air Force.
I have a digital version too. I just haven't worn it yet.
A digital version? I mean, camel. Yeah,
Digital
it was hard
camo.
to see. It was hard to see because it was
Oh.
camouflage.
Oh. Okay. Okay. I walked right into that crap.
That's what I said. Wes was wearing a camo jacket the other day too, and I said the same thing. Wes, it's really hard to see. I can see your head and your hands moving around. Well, I can't see any part of you.
I thought he was talking about not being able to see my head on the camera.
I've got two Trump. I got a 2020 Trump hat, a 2024 Trump hat, a scroll-on black hat, a digital camo army cap, and this all within sight.
Yeah, so he's still on the ballot apparently, eh?
Well, where he's
We're
able
not
to be.
We're not going to go big into politics, but he's still on the ballot. Number one. Number two, I knew they never had enough evidence to freaking convict him in the first place. If it's going to take you 7 years to collect evidence, and you still don't have enough, there's a problem. You know.
Well, he also wasn't officially convicted of it either, and that's their reasoning for taking him off the ballot.
I know. Scam.
Yep. This may come as a shock, but I am a little bit tired. It is strange not seeing Art here, but he's probably actually moving.
You said he'd be done by. Earlier.
Not you sleeping at all.
Oh, he's still running. So, are you working on anything right now, Charles?
No, I worked on a pattern earlier, but I usually release them in twos.
So we should call you Noah.
Sure. I've been called worse. Yep. It's all right to talk since it's a live show there, John.
Oh, really? Oh, hey, Billy. Billy's back. Hurting from yard work, but good. The pain is an everyday thing anymore. Life goes on. Oh, man. That's probably getting old, right?
Yep.
Well, this show has me on the edge of my seat so far, John.
Somebody wanted to go on, so I said, fine, I'll go on. Hey, we can just sit and hang and chat like we did this afternoon, man. Well, what? What's going on? What do you want to do?
Yeah, but chatting is actually talking now. Connie says I did a painting today with my grandson, and I will post it in the morning. Billy's on Nins and Beatles. Yeah.
Well, what do you want to see? What do you want me to do? I can't scroll saw.
Well, I mean, I ain't one to tell a feller what to do, but if it is a live stream, you probably want to at least talk. That's just me. Yep.
Do we have to talk? Don't have
Well,
to
it
talk.
wouldn't hurt. I mean, it's kind of productive for a for a live stream. We lost Wes for like half a second.
Yeah, it happened yesterday too. I don't know why.
Well, I lost y'all for a second. But I'm still
You'll never
here.
lose us. Yeah, it just moved you because it glitched and hell, I don't know.
Yeah, it looked like it was going to bring somebody else on for a second, and then it came back to a different spot.
I stole your spot.
Okay.
Now I can let John talk to us.
You've been posting videos on Facebook of my granddaughter singing. What? Who has?
I think she meant I have.
No, she said you have.
Yeah, but I think
Oh,
she
that's
meant to
right.
type I.
Yeah, I said you and you said I, so that works too.
Sure, Herb. I mean, I know why you said that, but yeah.
No, she was too, apparently. Charles shot a cliff today to see if he gets his shrink tubing for his pliers. I don't think he did. I know he's still looking for some.
I don't know if he's gotten it yet, but he talked about it. So he either ordered it or got it or both, which obviously you would have to order it to get it. But
Do you have to order it to get it?
well, it doesn't just appear. So you kind of have to order it. Oh, okay. Well, you probably had to order it.
Well, in that case, I should have some parts arriving tomorrow too.
I got nothing because it involves money.
I had to spend some money and get a new arbor for my motor.
Yep.
I don't know if you can see it on
An
camera.
arbor for your motor.
I don't know what he did, Randy. I know he talked about it. I just can't remember if he said he got it or if he ordered it or bought it. Hell, I don't know. Where you been hiding, Randy? I haven't seen you in forever.
Well, he was on here this morning. Amazing DIY wooden shelf designs. Oh, no scroll saw parts of those.
Herb, it's that really flammable stuff that leaves a hole in your pocket. Wes, is that the same chicken you've been working on, or is that like, cause that seems to be taking a while?
No, this is body number 3.
Oh, okay.
Actually, it's body number 4. But one of the bodies was an actual carcass cast. It's not carved. But I wasn't really 100% happy with the second one. So I've done a little repositioning and trying a little bit different pose.
Oh, that you did.
With this one. Give it a little bit more of a strut. look.
Man, there's a lot of stuff you make with a scroll saw. Holy cow. Used to be quicker with a CNC and a router, maybe. Or a router and a freaking laser, though.
Yeah. Hello, Chris Neely. I'm sort of. Randy said, doing a lot of projects for fundraiser. One for my ex who had stage 4 cancer. Sorry to hear that. Give him maybe 6 to 12 months. Very sorry, Randy. Still a chicken.
What?
Chris.
6 to 12?
Months.
I know. Unbelievable.
I gave my dad 9 months to a year, and he lasted 5 years. So here's hoping.
Is that a wire brush?
It's actually a Bondo
Looks
rasp.
Oh.
Oh yeah, from far back it looked like a wire brush.
Or maybe a cat brush. Take that,
That
to your
would
cat
hurt.
and see what happens.
I'll be sad when I spin the bearings out of this thing because I've had it about 30 years. Bless you.
I coughed, but thank
Bless
you. Listen
You
to my son.
yawned.
Connie says my friend's mom was given 2 to 5 years, and she only lasted 6 months. Well, good Lord, that's not supposed to go that direction. Hello, Dale.
Yeah, not to bring the group down, but so my mom was given 7 months, and she lived about 7 months. Dale, what are you doing awake?
Daddy got 6 months and he lived a little over a month.
This is later than last night when we were here.
Yeah, it was like 3:30 in the morning. He had to love us and leave us.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised to see you going on this late, especially since I saw about your talk.
I talked him into it.
Kiri had me trapped in the house for a bit, so I had to come out.
My wife went to her sister's earlier. I was going to go with her, but you know me.
No, tell us about you.
No, yeah.
I'll have issues.
It's a live show. We need somebody to talk.
Yeah, you got to talk about something.
Hey, it's your show,
Good.
Cletus. I'm just a sideshow.
You got to talk about
Hi.
something so we can,
Damn it.
so I can do some work.
I don't have nothing. I'm barely conscious. I know that's a shock. I will be making a pattern out of this.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, you want to see a completely useless 3D print?
Well,
A slinky.
how's that useless, though?
Because it kind of just sits there unless you want to use it as a holder of some kind, placeholder.
I used to have one of those kinetic balls that got I think it was like 6 inches around, and you pull it open, it was like almost 3 feet, right? You
Yeah.
can 3D print one of those. Pretty cool too.
Randy says, and I cut 2 of your wolf patterns in between all the other stuff. Sweet. Yeah, I just got done with another cat pattern. It's a cat looking up, but I haven't posted it yet because I wanted to get that done first.
What is he looking up? Is it like Google?
He's looking up Google. Hey, Wes,
Yes.
have you ever had turkeys look up in the rain and
Turkeys look up in there.
Drown.
drown themselves?
I
No,
believe
like
so.
seriously,
I
it
think they'd
happens.
have to look up into a stream of water, but I think looking up in the rain, unless it's torrential, shouldn't make them drown. That's just me.
I don't know.
Probably
Because
15 seconds, Dale. Depends on.
Let me. We can show and tell.
Yeah.
I can exemplify you. When a chicken drinks, he
How many
puts his
people-
beak down in the water. Then he lifts his head up to swallow it.
Yeah.
Grab
So I
it.
don't think he would drown if he looks up in the rain.
Well, he said turkey, though.
But
Yeah, but turkeys aren't as smart as chickens.
Randy says put some clasps on that thing and sell it to the women for a corset. Yeah, I just thought it looked cool. It was only designed about this big, except I made it the size of the plate.
What I saw a 3D print thing the other day. It was like, I wonder if Charles has done one of those yet. I can't remember what it was now. It was pretty cool though.
Well, that narrows it down. I'll try to remember what the hell it was, so I have a clue.
I am. I'm trying to think of it now.
I can get access to pretty much any character, almost any character, video game, movie, role play, crap. We're still live if you want to talk, John.
That's fine. That's not a problem. Oh, that's what it was. So basically, okay, I'll explain this. No, I can probably just look it up. I'll see if I can look it up.
don't
You know
drown.
how you know how way back in the day, like I'm talking like 30s and 40s, when they first started making motion pictures, right? They were basically still pictures, right? And they spun them, right? So
Oh,
you know,
yeah,
still
yeah.
pictures, and you spin the carousel. Okay, so you remember the one that there's like a horse that is galloping along, right? It's a horse galloping along, or a carousel horse, and you spin it and you to the one window and you see it running, right? So I saw one the other day that was a slinky. So it was a set of staircases and slinkies that were like in different positions all around this thing, and they put it on a carousel and spun it, and all the slinkies were going up and down the stairs.
I haven't seen that. I haven't designed any yet, Jack. I mean, I've edited ones I've found, but I haven't started anything from scratch because I know almost nothing about designing. And Connie is leaving us. Good night, Connie.
Good night.
Oh, you can 3D print a slinky, but I suppose.
Yeah, certain kinds of filament are more flexible than others. TPU, I believe, is for flexible stuff.
Oh, there it is. It was
All
on
I've ever
TikTok.
used is PLA filament.
Sure.
99% of what I've printed out is just decoration crap. I don't think I've ever printed out anything that was useful.
I don't know that I've ever seen anything that was totally useful that has been printed.
Well, you can 3D print bag clips or bins or hell knobs, all kinds of crap.
Oh, okay. Function
Adapters.
pieces.
Yeah.
Okay.
Here, I'll put it in the chat for you.
Yeah, functional.
Now,
Jack,
with you.
Jack, can you link them or? Still batch
There.
printed stands for, what is your username on Thingiverse, Jack? Pretty Willies. There's a bunch of Willies.
Really did
There's even
it.
sex toys out there, man.
So, Charles, I
KG4
put that,
VGA.
I put that link in the chat there. It's on TikTok though.
What chat?
Look it up.
The group chat?
Yeah, the group chat. Take a look at it. It was pretty cool. I enjoyed it. I thought it was awesome. And you know, not a lot of things impressed me.
Yeah.
I know that. It's
Well, the first time I saw lithophane, it impressed the hell out of me. Even though I knew what it was going to do, it was neat.
Fat man sings a Sparky. Thingiverse.
Thingiverse.
Yeah, Jack. A lot of people do that. Some you don't have a freaking your ham signals a freaking license plate either. We got a lot of those guys up here too.
Oh, that's cool.
Hey Art, how's it going?
Link,
Come on in and scroll. Somebody has to scroll and show. Scroll and show, and I can't scroll.
Alright, so it does a lithophane box, CO2 laser tube mount, small speaker box for drop down ceiling, office desk wire plug, Yahtzee cup, razor tray, thumb knob, recorder, nut, spring loaded business card holder, lineman, cookie cutter, and long mill router to plasma adapter is what Jack has designed. I've designed HuForge stuff. Yeah.
Freaking cold. Minus 46. Fuck. Minus 46. Oh, this is minus 50 Fahrenheit. Nice. Just a tad cold right now.
Just a wee bit.
Well, apparently we got a warning. Look at that. It was like an Amber Alert, but it wasn't an Amber Alert. It was just like, friggin' turn your turn every non-essential electrical item off right now and turn your furnaces down, put some sweaters on. There's too much power being drawn off the grids right now. And I'm like, well, that sounds like a personal problem because I'm running everything I can.
Yeah, some of y'all need to unplug your cars.
Unplug the cards, it's drawing too much power. Well, apparently freaking block heaters draw a lot of power, apparently. Apparently a
actually
block heater
found
draws more power than a freaking hairdryer.
Yep.
I actually found the design for that slinky thing. It's partially done with a strobe light. That's why it looks like that.
Yeah, I heard it's a wonderful thing. It goes downstairs. It travels in pairs. It makes a slinkety sound.
A slinky, a slinky.
So it's also fun for a boy and a girl.
I believe a mechanical dude or mechanical engineer invented that by accident. Because he had a spring that fell and did that, and he elaborated and boom bippy.
Would they have to update that
matches
commercial?
were invented. Huh?
Would they have to update the slinky commercial? Because it's fun for a boy and a girl. Because technically, it wouldn't say it's fun for a they and a he and a she and a them. And
Whatever the hell you identify as.
Yeah. Give the whole list, right? Here's a 3-hour commercial.
Chris Nealon said, I was looking for some Lord of the Rings stuff on Thingiverse and mistyped Bilbo Baggins.
I can just imagine what came up.
I actually found the 3D file for that slinky thing.
How hard is it?
You should comb your hair with that thing, Wes. You could also use a phone or something. I gotta look at the thing again.
I'm sure Dale can
Smartphone camera, strobe light app, handheld viewer, blah blah blah. You have to buy a bearing to make it work.
Identify the small green creature from Proxima Centauri called Joe.
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 I identify as Cliff. Come on, that's funny. Damn it.
Oh, God.
If you say so, Cliff. Cliff?
Please?
Bill's pronouns are floppy and knob. Yeah. My pronouns are don't be stupid. My daughter and I haven't spoken since before Thanksgiving because she's upset that I won't just say, oh, I'll call you he after calling you she for all your life. Yeah.
Canadian Thanksgiving or American Thanksgiving?
Huh?
Thanksgiving or American Thanksgiving?
I got tired of walking on eggshells. I said, you do what you want to do. You're 25 years old, but I'm not going to just go along just to go along. If I don't agree with it, I ain't going to do it. That looks exciting as hell there, but I guess it's part of the process.
Yeah, please.
Jack said, tip of the day, keep your thumbs away from the blade. I have to run to the store to get some super glue. Good lordy.
Well, today was my son's 13th birthday, and I tried to call everybody's phones, and I get a message that says they're not in service anymore. So,
Well, of
What?
course. Good old ex-wives. I thought my daughter was maturing early and mature for her age till all this transgender crap. And I know I shouldn't be talking about her like this, but what can you do? Eh? How many people you know got a chicken sitting in their shop?
a dead chicken.
You want to dig out my chicken heads for you? How many I got?
Do what, Joe?
Agreed, Chris.
Want to see my chicken heads? Sounds bad.
I have 6 coyote heads sitting in my back room. And a bunch of cow heads and a couple of horse heads. You know, all skulls, of course, not meaty piles
Oh,
of
so not
gross.
really heads then.
That just looks
Wow.
inappropriate there, Wes.
Mine all got meat on them.
How about now?
Shit. Yeah. And Billy says a fart is strong for your essence. As well as your fragrance, Billy. Well, believe it or not, I mean, this isn't about politics, it's about a politician's view. Vivek Ramaswamy said it perfectly. Something to the effect of, they went so long, people trying to say only a man and woman should be together. And so I think this is basically lesbians saying, well, I guess you got to be a man to be with a woman. So they're identifying as men now. So there's that. Not all of them, but yeah, my daughter. I don't know. You can do what you want to do. I won't dishonor, but you don't disrespect me. And nah.
I seen something earlier that said, "Oh, so you like the little girl, you like the little neighbor girl. Turns out she used to be her dad's sperm. Therefore, you like your neighbor's cock. You're gay." I'm like, that's quite the reach. Like, how does that even?
Yeah.
Like, I can see the connection, but that's going a little too far.
Yeah, my daughter is one of those people that's turning into a victim, and I hate to talk crap about her, but all a spade a spade.
I think that's way too long.
Nope, it's actually just a hair short.
Really?
Yep.
Well, yeah, he held up the chicken that's down in front of him to compare it. See? That looks so inappropriate.
So
Look at the size of those.
Nicks. They're nicks.
Are those smoked or dried, or
This one is
are they air dried at least?
just no. Well, by now he is.
You're not
They
getting
were just
Probably smells pretty ripe too, doesn't it?
no. It's not bad. It's cool enough out here,
Hello there.
and they were frozen yesterday. So
Larry's here. He says howdy, and Dale says he's choking his chicken leg. Well, he done choked it out, Dale.
Yeah, you're not gonna be able to refreeze that and eat it though.
I keep telling the wife I am. She said, "We're not eating that bird. We're not." I said,
Why not?
You don't have to. We.
Well,
I didn't
well-
say we. I said I'm
Well-
gonna cook that bird.
So, but honestly though, isn't most like cattle air dried for 20 some odd days before it gets, like after processed?
Yeah, they age them.
Hey Shay,
Hello, Shay.
Shay, need a part.
Shay, John needs a part for his Excalibur. Yeah, we need you to represent him to Seiko. He needs a part for his scroll saw, his Excalibur scroll saw. You need you to have your people call him you know what I mean.
Phone Seiko today and left a message, but I need him to call me back like now. You get on that for me, Shay? I appreciate it. What are you still doing awake? Isn't it like 1 o'clock in the morning there?
She's a night owl.
Where's she? Florida?
Yeah, she's in Florida.
It's
now.
only about.
They're like Florida's some.
Oh,
An
Shay
hour
said
ahead
she
of us.
already did.
Well, they're 3 hours ahead of me.
You already did what, Shay? Got a hold of Seiko for John's part?
Yes, she's an hour ahead of us.
Oh, you haven't left yet? I thought you did.
Oh yeah, she
Yeah,
was in
see, she's already
Walmart.
been on the phone about your part there, John.
Yeah, I need an EX21 C10, and I need upper and lower blade clamp assembly. And what's that bolt number I need?
I don't know. Les will be paying for it.
Number.
I put it on my account.
On account I ain't got no money.
Account, I ain't got no money.
Yeah.
I'll give you my Amazon card.
Not 33C. I can't remember. I'm trying to figure out what number this is. It doesn't show me. Shows. No, it goes to further
Oh.
back.
Wes, that just looks so bad. I mean, not bad for what you're trying to do, but it just looks like a.
It looks naughty. Like I told John the other night, since you were here for that show, now you know why they call it what they call it.
A Pope's
That was
nose?
2 days ago. You told me that though.
Yeah, but Charles wasn't
No,
here for that
well,
show.
Oh yeah,
I
he wasn't
probably
here for
was
that.
here. I just.
No, you weren't.
Larry
No,
says,
yeah,
"Hey, my birthday." I mean, hey, Mr. Billy Shea Charles. Blah, blah, blah. Hello. I thought it said, "Hey, my birthday." I just briefly glanced at it. Oh, yeah.
The reason the reason they call a male chicken a cock, and Wes actually showed us why. It actually makes sense now.
Because of its head.
No.
When you stand your bird up, drawing your silhouette for your compound cuts,
I just.
that's what you get.
Yep. I don't believe that. Sorry.
Look at the girth on that.
Shay is
It's like-
asking John, are the parts on the site, John?
So on their website, on their website, the where is it now? I had it up here. Yeah, so on
Keep it
their
up.
website, the bottom blade clamp assembly is on there. The top blade clamp assembly is on there, but it says if you don't see your part listed, call us. These are just the most common parts, so it's not listed on there. Oh, why don't I look up the search? Cam, motor cam.
It's probably not a common enough part to show up on the search. I honestly don't
Nothing
think that's
found.
why they're called.
There's nothing.
That looks like a pig's ass right now. You're rubbing a pig's ass. It actually looks like more than an ass. Holy hell, man! I don't feel right even looking.
Go to bed.
He even drew in the cooter.
I'm feeling scared. I don't know. I gotta go find someplace safe.
And Wes is over there
Actually,
playing with it.
if you knew your bird's anatomy, that is not what that is. That is the bottom of a breastbone.
Well, I meant the way it looked. I didn't say what
I
it
don't like
was.
the way you're. I don't like the way you're touching that, Wes.
Yeah, it's
Give
being
me
inappropriate
bad
on my own
thoughts.
show, and this is a Christian show.
Sit on my hands.
Hallelujah.
Whatever.
It's a Christian show because we all need Jesus.
Chris,
Well, I thought it
Chris
was
is
funny
back.
'cause, man,
Chris is over there. Chris is in the house. You know, it's nice when I first was kicking in, but it's still freaking cold out here. You said it's minus 50
Yeah.
Fahrenheit right now.
it's cold outside, but I wouldn't know because I'm
Yeah,
in here.
it's
But
so-
I'm tired as hell.
Look at the flame on my lighter. Look, it's dying out. That's how cold it is in here.
It's so cold. The flame on my lighter froze. That'd be pretty damn cold. Just saying.
This is gonna be a long night. It's so cold. My dryer isn't drying. Hang them up outside, Shay. I'm sure they'll be dry in like 2 seconds.
A little stiff, but dry.
Ain't nothing like that fresh snow scent to get you up going in the morning.
Up again.
Just grab that frozen thong off the line and throw it on first thing in the morning. That'll wake
Ow.
you up.
That would cut you.
Boop! I'm out of bed. I remember pulling clothes off the line. It smelled so good. Like I don't know why. It just smelled so much. It smelled clean.
Smells fresher.
Yeah, once you shake all the bugs out of it though.
Well,
Well,
I've never
I'm
had
talking.
a problem
I'm
with bugs.
talking when we were camping. We're going out camping, hanging your clothes on the line because it's freaking soaking wet.
that's why people should skinny dip or chunky dunk, depending on what your body style is.
Yeah, I only did that once.
I didn't because I don't know how to swim.
But I only did it once because I can hit the rocks from the bottom because it was so shallow. It did not do it again.
Yep.
Ain't nothing worse, Like I don't mind picking scabs off, but it's not a place you want to pick scabs off.
I've been naked in a hot tub, but never in a like a natural body of water, other like a bathtub.
Me too. I hate taking a cold bath.
I don't take baths. I take showers.
Yeah,
Why is she in a
I
hot
hate sitting
tub?
in I hate sitting in my filth.
Yeah, I can't understand a bath unless it's like constantly cycling through the water because you're just laying amongst your own filth.
Like I can see
Nothing.
taking a shower and then relaxing in a bath, but
Yeah.
I can't see taking a bath and you wash yourself. Doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
You soak in the tub. Then when you are done relaxing, you stand up and shower the rest of it all.
That's it. That's waste of water.
How? It's the same water whether you shower first and then bath or bath and then shower. Come on, Charlie.
Oh, if you fill the bathtub to soak in it and then take a shower, that means the shower is on after the tub has been filled up. So that's too much excess water.
Yeah,
Just saying.
and all your hot water is gone unless you're gonna sit in there for like 2 hours waiting for your hot water tank to fill back up again.
Well, y'all need a bigger water heater. I don't have that problem.
I just take a shower. I don't do both.
I don't either. I don't even have a bathtub.
I know. I was actually thinking about getting one of those. I was thinking about getting one of those instant hot water tanks, like on demand.
As a feller who's maintenance those tankless heaters, I would steer away from it. But you do you.
Oh no, I was like,
You do you, Bo.
just so that Carrie doesn't have to run the tub for 20 minutes before the hot water comes out.
Right.
There is only 2 floors, but the thing is, the hot water, we're gonna have to travel up quite a ways to get upstairs. Would a rasp quicker?
What?
A rasp.
That is a rasp.
That's what that
No,
yellow
like
thing is.
a longer rasp.
Oh,
Right,
For a bigger surface area.
Yeah, or a.
A longer one
bigger-
would be for longer areas. That's a small area.
No, I know that. Yes, it's an auto body one as well, but it's one of the long ones. Looks like a plane.
Hand plane, yeah.
yeah, I know what
But
you're talking about.
still, it's not much surface area, so it'd be silly to use a larger one.
What
Go
you
bigger, go
need
home.
is a rat tail.
We're gonna spend the whole
Oh, yeah,
show
on the
watching
grinder.
Wes
Pull your
rub his
grinder out.
chicken. That's too much material too quick, harder to control.
So I actually tried using my little sanding drum.
It's gone too fast.
Too much
Even
friction.
I got it unplugged, so I didn't even gonna turn on. But yeah, even low speed is just burning the
Yeah.
foam.
Yeah.
Not terribly, but it's.
Now I
it's
used
more of like a melt.
I used like a 60 grit grinder type sanding wheel. It's hard to explain, but that's what I use to take the brown flaky off of cow horns. But you got to barely kiss the surface.
Right. You're polishing your horn slips.
Barely get there.
Yeah, buddy. Little dental kiss.
How long does it take you to polish your horn?
Depends on how bad the horn is. Will says, by the way, still here.
Well, let me say hey to my lurkers
That was
out
my-
there. Hold on a sec. Let
Here
me say
comes
hey to my
the video.
lurkers. There we go.
Oh, that glitched.
You didn't have to take your headphones off. I had Nancy lower the volume on it.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, so they're all quiet videos now. Except my twank
What
video.
were we talking about? What were
Polishing
we
your
talking
horn.
about just before you? Oh, yeah. I love doing that, man. That was fun just to see what it would look like under all that flaky brown crap.
So what happened to all that like you had a bunch of them that you were doing like longhorns and stuff that you were wrapping with rope and stuff. What happened to that? Because that was like another endeavor you started up too.
That was when I was with Bear Woods and could afford it, and then everything went south with Bear Wood and couldn't afford it anymore. Herb was leaving us. Well, good night, Herb. Yeah, I was making $2,000 a month with Bear Wood, and then that went away, and I couldn't afford nothing. And the girl was letting me buy from her, unprocessed and all that crap. And I just had to take all the meat off and all that crap. But then it wasn't cost effective for her, so she said, "I'm gonna have to charge you what I charge everybody else for finished ones." So that was another reason I couldn't do it. But yeah.
Well, they're just gonna rot in the field.
Yeah, but she
Or go in the
buys them
garbage.
from some guy in Fort Worth. Yeah, some guy in Fort Worth but sells them to her, and they're already pretty much rotted. They're mostly mummified, whatever, or pretty far decayed. I love doing that though. That was fun. I had 12 of them. I sold.
I can't believe there's 15
Uh,
people watching right now. Unbelievable. What are you guys all up doing right now?
Desperate for entertainment, and you won't talk
I got
enough.
I got more people watching me now. I'm doing nothing than when I was doing a 24-hour live and I was actually cutting stuff. What the hell?
They're all here to see this naked chicken.
I'm thinking they're all here to watch. They're all here to watch West carve his chicken.
Yo, go
Hey,
look at
Mike.
this
Michael.
chicken.
Michael Christopher says, got a question about cutting hardwood, 12 millimeter thick. What sort of speed do you have the scroll saw going at? I'm running about half speed. Michael, I can only speak for me, but I use a spiral blade for everything. But I always have the speed all the way up because how fast it cuts depends on how sharp the blade is, but also how fast you feed in. So no matter how fast, even if you have the speed all the way up on the saw, it's still not going to cut any faster than you're pushing into the blade.
Yeah,
So it's just taking you longer to do it at half speed.
There's a lot of different things you got to take into account for that. Number one is the type of blade you're using. Whether it's a straight blade and the reverse geometry and then the modified geometries and then all kinds of different blades that are there. I don't know how many blades are out there now, like freaking probably 30 different types of blades out there now. But it depends on your tooth count, the thickness of your blade, thickness of your material, how fast you're pushing it through.
12 meters, if I remember right, 12 millimeters is only about half an inch.
Yeah.
Depends on the wood, depends on the blade you're using. But yeah, you might but you can do the speed all the way up with confidence. Hello, Veronica. I mean, Pixie Poo.
Hey,
it will not cut any faster than you feed it into that thing, and it won't cut in any direction you don't steer it. So don't worry about the speed. Yeah. I don't know if that made any sense.
Saw speed is full speed. Feed speed is medium to slow, depending on how thick.
And confidence.
Yeah, like
Pixie Poo is doing a paint by number. Michael says the blades are modified geometry.
Number 5.
Modified geometry number 5, and yeah.
So what is he you're cutting though? Like what kind of wood? Because I don't know there's a lot of woods that you have in Australia there. Look at that. We got everybody from Alaska to Australia on the show right now. And everywhere in between.
Yeah.
And everywhere in between.
In Mississippi.
From Alaska to Australia.
Whoa, 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 whoa. In Australia.
Wow.
Thank you for joining us.
Well, what's your fancy by number you're doing there, Veronica? You should be doing that on video, by the way. Saying.
It's a nude of me on the couch, so that's why it's not being done publicly. Will says, I bought a DVD drive that was bad and ruined the CD, so thank God I backed up the CD to an image, so I'm burning it now. Cool. I haven't burned a CD in forever.
I haven't burned a CD since they got rid of LimeWire.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that was forever ago.
Mike says Nyatol on a 4mm hardwood backer. Never heard of Nyatol.
Nyatol.
Journey greatest hits. I like Journey. I love Journey actually.
Remember, don't stop believing.
That's Chevrolet wood.
Don't stop
like a rock.
believing.
The wheel in the sky keeps on turning.
Nyatol wood. Nyatol.
When the lights go down in the city. It's a mountain scene. Looks kind of like Alaska-ish. Looks kind of Alaska-ish.
Haliquium. Indian wood. Sold through
She has
Philippines.
been guitar making. So if he's from Australia, then,
Go on.
so he probably says his name is Michael. My name's Michael Christophers, mate.
Apparently, Nyata wood is rated as non-durable and susceptible to insect attack. Some species within these genera have high silica content and will rapidly dull cutting edges. There you go, right there. Those not containing silica work fairly easy, though there still tends to be gum buildup on tools. Apparently, there's a big silica content in that dulls your blade big time.
Yep. Well, the only Journey song I can live without is Love and Touch and Squeezing or something like that. It sounds like a good song, but it's not.
Apparently, it says it's very
I
easy
like
to
ballads.
work with. It resembles cherry. It's fine to moderately coarse texture and fine to straight grain. But it says it contains a lot of silica, though, which kills your blade.
Michael says I'm wrong about the accent. How am I wrong
Yeah.
about the accent there, Michael? Are you not
It's
Australian?
not Mike. It's not Michael. It's Michael. I was joking with him the other day. I said, "Oh, look, it's Michelle Christophers."
I'm often wrong about the accent, but I try. What do you sound like there, mate?
Texas.
We're gonna take a journey down in our car.
So he said you sound like a foreigner, bad accent. Yeah, somebody, another Australian dude told me I sound like another Australian dude said I had my accent. My attempt at doing the Australian accent was like the redneck version of an Australian.
Give him your Nick Nolte accent. See if he figures that one out.
I have to hear him a little bit before I try to do it. I just go to YouTube to listen to songs.
Well, having the actual CD is
Sound
not
like a
old
foreigner,
school.
bad accent.
Having the actual
All
8-track or vinyl is old school.
I have a bunch of regular cassette tapes, but the heat got to them, so they're warped.
You leave them on the dash too long.
No, they were in a storage and got too hot. Wasn't temperature controlled. I would love to be a karaoke DJ, or at least back when I was able to go out in public. But I had the personality to be a DJ. I was a DJ in 2 different clubs, or backup DJ.
Do tell.
Now a lot of DJs do everything online or with programs.
Yeah, as bad as it's like DJs in the freaking cars. You're not really a DJ. You just fucking play.
Yeah. Well, it's knowing the crowd, knowing the tempo, varying the tempo. Mike says, don't judge Australia accent from Crocodile Dundee or Leyland Brothers.
No. We judge it from Young Einstein.
I never watched that. I'd love to have a karaoke system, man.
And the Coca-Cola Kid. And Wentworth.
Billy wants to know why you're wearing a Midland sweatshirt.
Well, I used to work for Midland Parks and Rec. So, here we are, how long have I been here? 10 years? 11 years later. When it finally gets cold, I pull it out of the closet.
Midland Parks and Rec.
Yep, city of
That's a
Midland,
chicken.
Texas.
Was
Uh,
it as bad?
Pixie Poo. His
Was
name
it
is
as bad as
his
it
name
was?
is Wes, and he's working on a chicken farm.
Yes, this is not what it looks like. It is a chicken neck.
That's what it looks like.
So what part of the neck is the gizzard? Or is it the whole thing?
So this is the front of the neck. This is the back of the neck.
Throat.
This would be just a tiny little remnants of the crawl, which this is going to be a outstretched bird, so you won't see.
I just can't see
lot
that
of
and take
that
it
crawl.
seriously.
Why not?
I just, I feel like I'm watching a
Just
porno.
get your mind out of the gutter. You got to picture it all in one piece, though.
So anyway, you have a crawl, which is basically a tummy before it hits to the tummy. It's a storage facility,
Yeah.
if you will. Then it goes down in. Your gizzards are down inside.
Oh, I thought the neck was part of the gizzard. Or actually, I thought the gizzard held the rock that ground everything up.
So they're, I guess, would take the place of a kidney, which is going to grind up all your.
Billy wants to know if you're from Midland.
Yes.
Oh, because chicken don't have teeth.
Correct.
Yes, in case you didn't hear Billy, yes, he is from Midland.
Are you sure? I thought chickens had teeth.
Yes, I lived there most of my life. Oh. No, they do not have teeth. Here you go. We'll do show and tell again. They have a tongue, but no teeth.
Yeah.
But they do have a pecker on the front of their face.
I'm just the comment reader. Pixie Poo says, Wes, if the taxidermy doesn't work out, it looks like you've got skills to make other things. There you go. See, I'm not the only one that's thinking it. Just saying.
Well, some of us on this panel can speak. They've seen those other pieces that have been made.
I can 3D print wieners. I just don't want to.
And in fact, she came out the other day and asked me if I was done with it, if she could go put it back on her shelf. It is a novelty piece. It is not a used piece.
A wiener?
Yes.
What are we talking about? A what? What? Why would you have a novel
No,
wiener?
it's a mushroom.
All right, well,
Yes.
chicken don't have teeth, and what is that?
That is a palate. We call that a palate. If you
Like-
open your face like that and look at the top of your mouth, the roof,
Yeah, but those
That's-
look like teeth.
it's a palate.
They look like teeth.
So they do have texture, a little bit of contour, or whatever word you want to use there, but they're not actually teeth.
Okay, Billy said he was born in Midland and lived there off and on most of his childhood. Way back when.
Ah.
Alrighty then. Can you work on another part of the damn chicken? I'm getting uncomfortable.
Well,
Yeah,
once
gotta
I'm
be real.
done carving, so Billy, I actually lived in Monahans. Went to school out there from what was that, 91 up until 2000, and then we moved to Medina. I finished high school there in Medina and then moved back out there in 2004. And then in 2007 is when I moved to Midland. Where I stayed until 2012. Was it 12? Yes, 2012.
What is that, Wes?
Oh, yeah. I believe that chicken's got teeth. I believe he's got some teeth.
Whoa,
Might be a
what was
Bubba J chicken.
Well, it was in Monahan's junior year.
Say what?
Billy was in Monahan's his junior year.
All right.
I'm tired.
The great big tiny town of Wickett, Texas is where we actually resided. Right
Make up
outside
your
of
damn
Monahan's. And it might as well just be a subdivision, Charlie. Shut your face.
genetically modified chicken with teeth? Rick, could you imagine getting bit by this thing? Charles is gone now. Imagine getting bit
Huh?
by that.
Oh, yeah.
Freaking little razors on that thing. Holy cow.
That can't be real. Okay.
Genetically modified. Can we create the perfect strain?
Okay. I guess I hurt his feeling. Told him to shut his face, huh?
Featherless chicken? No way.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's some naked chickens. They some ugly little things.
They are ugly.
I told
They
you.
breed them like that. Why are they breeding featherless chickens?
Yeah, they,
Genetically modified featherless chicken. Why?
it's like having a hairless cat or dog. It just shouldn't be done.
Oh,
Put some clothes on that thing. I mean, I had a pheasant that wanted to be naked, so he sat and
Wes.
flicked his feathers out all
Wes,
the time.
it looks exactly like what you're doing right now. It looks exactly what you're making right now. Same color and everything.
Huh. I believe he's a little more red than mine.
Must be sunburnt.
Oh, okay. A little extra time in the sun.
Yeah, have you ever seen those genetically modified bulls? With like, they look like they're on steroids.
I don't believe so.
Those are unbelievable. Like I seen one where a comparison between a regular bull and these things, which is freaking down. A Belgian blue. Here you go, a Belgian blue.
Oh, yeah.
bull. Like, look at this thing. Look at the freaking muscles on this thing.
Yeah. I have seen that now. They just said Belgian blue. There's actually somebody on Facebook doing a bunch of those little reels and stuff with those guys.
Here you go. Here you go. There's one in the freaking middle of a regular herd. Like, what the hell?
Oh, okay. That's ridiculous.
I know, it's unbelievable. Like, there's lots of videos on here with like that. Oh no, you know what? So it's a regular sized cow, and those are actually dwarf cows from Bangladesh. That's
Oh,
yeah, clickbait,
trickified.
man. Yeah, dwarf cows and a regular cow. That's what it was. Unbelievable.
I thought you went to sleep. I was like, I couldn't hear nothing. Did he fall off?
No, he left. He said he was tired and he left.
No, you.
I'm here. I was looking at freaking cows.
I know, but you was looking off to the side, and it was very quiet. What happened?
I'm watching
Screen
you.
freeze.
I'm just watching you stand your pink chicken now.
Yeah. Just smoothing out my chicken bone. Oh, so you remember my one-legged chicken, right?
Yeah.
I named her IHOP.
Yeah.
Well, this was back in September that I did the amputation, and lo and behold, my one-legged chick has turned out to be a one-legged rooster. So
you
I don't know what's
tell
going to
the
come
difference,
about
sort of.
this. No, not until the last 2 days that I've really actually got close enough to manhandle the stupid thing that I've actually noticed. But I mean, she's hanging out with all the other ones. Growth rate has been about the same. So, and with these leghorn breeds, even the females have great big tall combs that will flop over and whatever. So,
Oh, okay.
comb is about the same size as the two that are almost a year old now. And this one, when I hatched these, July. So 6 months.
Oddly. I thought you're supposed to like turn upside down and blow on them to see what they are. Sex.
You gotta be really good to be able to sex vent these birds.
Oh.
I never could really sex them by the vent, but that's even when they're fairly young. I've always done just a feather sex off the wings. I can sex them on their second day out of the egg. Off the wings. But this
Yeah,
one
can't
kind of surprised me.
Can't you sex them by handling them too, though?
Potentially. I mean, they say you can hold these little chicks and point your finger or some kind of object at them, and if they start trying to spar at you, they're supposed to be a male. That's not always accurate because you can still get a hen a pullet that will spar with you. And if I walk out there and startle these hens that are even 2 years old now, almost, they'll jump up and flog at you. You stupid bird, you know it's me.
still think you should make one of those chickens like one of those attack freaking fighting chickens with the little with those freaking blade claws that they mount to them. Ah, 2 minutes, Robin. Come on, let's go. This shit was coming out at 1 o'clock. I asked for 1 o'clock. Yep, you're right. 1 o'clock your time. I thought you were gonna stop doing collabs. What happened to that? You'd lie. You'd lie. Yeah, Michael, that's what I was talking about. The cockfighting chickens with the metal blades on them. That'd be a cool diorama. Just a couple of them, freaking just like that, stacking each other. Have one with a scar across his eye, right? Eye patch.
Well, you know what's going to happen here. Before too long, I'm going to be stuffing another one that's going to have a pig leg. That'll have to be my pirate chicken.
Oh my god. You gotta put a patch on his eye then. Bandana, patch, dreadlocks coming down. Put the beads on all those feathers. Like Jack Sparrow.
Look like Jack Sparrow.
Jack
Yes.
Sparrow. Call
That'd
him
be
Jack
Jack Rooster.
Sparrow.
Yeah, Jack Rooster. Okay.
Guilty has to have an eye patch. Yeah, exactly, Veronica. That's what we're saying. What? They got sunglasses, red sunglasses for fighting chickens so they don't see the blood?
Oh yeah,
I gotta
they
do
see
research
blood,
on
they'll start
fighting
picking at the blood. Actually, they'll packet anything red because they associate red with food.
Oh.
And a lot of that reasoning is most of your feeders and waterers have a red bowl on them.
Oh, look, my alarm's going off.
What is the alarm for?
My alarm's going off. It's time to go to bed.
Oh,
Yes, I can alarm to go to bed. Actually, it's my alarm just so I can find a safe spot or watch the rest of whatever show Terry has on.
okay.
Well, Larry, I'm full of useless information too, and I don't even know where I got half of it from anyway. My next project, Barry. So I'm working on the Andy Muir, the Pure Pullman design. That's the one I'm on right now. It's a little next roll project back up and running. I got to make but tomorrow, on the inside of my shop, I got to make a 3x6 sign for Witchy 2, and what I'm thinking of doing is making like a door. Like a louver door, so it's going to be sideways, and I'm going to make the louver so that you can actually open them. It's going to hang off her soffit so that you can actually adjust it for light coming through into her house as well. And I'm going to make a broom because she's a witch. I'm going to make a broom hanging underneath of it. I got stick outside already. I'm going to go to the front and grab some branches off of my weeping birch for the sweeper part of the broom. I don't even know what they're called. I'll look up the proper names for it later. And then I'm going to use some sisal twine. Well, I'm going to wrap it first with spinning wire. I wrap some sisal twine around it, and I'm going to debark the end of the stick for the broom part and carve a little end on it. I'm going to fabricate the door up. Build all the louvers for it, and then she wants Witchy Food Manor across it, so I got to design that. So I can't do that until I get my scroll files ready, and then she wants some other stuff on there as well. She wants it for summertime. I'll get big rush on it. But I want to try and get everything completed for the for my auction. I got a lot of projects on the go this year. Got to organize my time better to try and get everything fit in. But I don't know. I think I did pretty good. It's middle of July, middle of January already. I got one project done, the fawns, and then I got well, I would have had this one done today probably, and then built and finished for tomorrow. So it would have been 2 projects done before mid-month, and then I can, if I can organize my time so I get 2 projects out of the books done in 2 weeks, then I can get more time for my own projects to work on. So I can throw stuff in between everything else as well. So. But I do know that I want to try and get my lampshades started and worked on. I want to make a hanging crochet lampshade with a wire frame. Well, that sounds cool. No, Larry, I'm waiting for a phone call still from Staples. They probably won't happen until Tuesday though. So we'll find out Tuesday. Hopefully they'll call me. I know Shay also called them as well, so maybe they'll speed things up. I appreciate that, and we'll see what happens. So. Like I said, I do have somebody in town I can borrow one from if I really need to.
Coping saw works just fine.
No, not for what I'm doing. I don't have blades that small. I don't even know if you can buy blades that small for coping saw. I do have. Like I said, I got 1, 2, 3, 4. I got four coping saws, but the blades are all pretty much the same size. Like I do have 2 different size blades, but they're all the same size. So I think it's just too much of a hassle to do it. Yeah. I suppose I could be like those guys in friggin' like in India and stuff that have like, you know, the 21-inch friggin' the 21-inch coping saw with the small blades, but I don't know if those cost. Oh, well, we just take a look. Amazon. Yeah, $200 for a coping saw. Like seriously.
What?
Yeah. Canoe, KNEW, aluminum coping saw. P-Valley Tool, like $200. I've seen some cheap ones too. They're fancy clothes. They're fancy saws too.
They better be.
I prefer deep coping saw.
I paid $6 for mine. And
Yeah, I think
me out
my
of a
most expensive
bind.
one, $95. No, Lee Valley.
Yeah, I didn't need that nice hickory handle. I just got a synthetic handle.
No, it's not the handle. It's the body itself, though.
Oh, okay.
I think Woodpeckers has one out too, actually. New concept. New concept. Coping saws and blades. Video review, blah blah blah. I don't care. Yeah, see, 165 American. 6.5-inch deep throat, 6.5-inch blade. Machine from 3/16 thick, T6 aluminum, made in the USA. 87 pounds of blade tension. Comes with one Pegasus number 7 skip tooth woodworking blade already installed and ready to use. Apparently they use Pegasus blades. There you go.
Yeah.
18 TPI skip tooth, and yeah. Here, I'll screen share and show it to you. Bum, 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 bum. Fire screen share. you go. See that?
That's pretty.
Oh yeah, it's all aluminum. It's all
That's
aluminum.
Pegasus
That's all
red.
fancy stuff.
Pegasus red.
Yeah. That's why they use Pegasus blades, right?
I gotta get me one of those.
Yeah, it's pretty. It's a pretty fancy clamp holder too on it. Not compared to the usual one you have.
Right.
Solid steel blade hooks locks into 45-degree position for a full 360 rotation. Wow.
Mm.
As you know, nothing like that with the coping saw is better than having it cut on a 45-degree angle. So you can't just turn your coping saw. Yeah, mine's the back of my freaking blade. I don't want to pull it off there. Oh yeah, it's a nice saw. It's a really nice saw. But like I said, I have seen other ones. I got to find. I've seen some deeper ones too, though.
Yeah, if this one had like another inch on it, that would have been nice. But it did what I needed it to do. It was definitely cheaper than the bandsaw.
Oh, see, I'm looking at coping saws. You're looking at fret saws. Titanium, an 8-inch deep titanium fret saw for $329.
Ooh.
Made by the same company that I showed you from that Canoe, KNEW, New Concepts. New Concepts titanium, $329. Unbelievable. Yeah, 5 or 8. That's it. I thought for sure I seen deeper ones though.
How deep you say that one was?
What's that? 8-inch. Yeah, see, so here's one. It's a lightweight German-made fret saw with a U-shaped bar, 12-inch throat. Except 5-inch or longer blades. Oh, did you know you can get spiral fret saw blades? You can get spiral blades. Oh, I guess it. Wait, would it be the same blade? 2 O's, 1s, and 3s.
All right.
Oh, it uses the same blade. Oh, because it's a 5-inch. That's why. It uses the same blade. Unbelievable. $24.50. Featherweight fret saw. Well, it definitely give me a challenge to be more precise on my cutting then, eh?
Right.
No standing for the line with that. Well, food for thought, I guess. You ever take the saws out there, man? I'm telling you. How many hours stand so far on this weekend? Well, this is this third one, right?
Yes, this is number 3. And how long have we been live? 2 hours.
2 hours, yeah.
And that was even doing glue ups on the panels.
Yeah.
All I've got left on this is to do Pope's nose.
You mean the Parsons nose?
Oh, Parsons. I'm sorry.
It's a Parsons nose in Australia and
That
the
little
UK.
nose-looking tailbone there.
The feather flap, right? The tail feather flap.
Yes, the tail flap.
You ever eat it?
Not really.
I love it. It's actually really tasty. There's a lot of fat in there. There's some muscle in it though.
There is a lot of fat.
You just draw googly eyes on it now.
Well, pretty much.
The glasses.
Who put glasses on his phone?
All right, I'm gonna go
Oh,
in,
yes.
man. It's 11:30 here, so it's 12:30 there, isn't it?
Sure. I don't even know what time it is. I'm
Yeah.
2 hours ahead of you.
You're an hour ahead of me.
Oh, just So yeah, pretty much 2 hours carving on that, shaping it, sanding everything down. And actually, in that time, we did a neck too. So
Oh, so what do you do? What are you doing for the feet? Did you cast feet too?
no, I reused the real feet.
Oh, really?
So in these mannequins that I'm building, I've actually got the thighs incorporated.
Okay.
So all I have to do is build up a drumstick. So here's the carcass off of it. There's our thigh.
Yeah.
So you got the drumstick and then the leg. So in my skin, the feet, and the leg up to where it meets the feathers, all of that is still attached.
So do you have to dehydrate the feet though? Like
No.
how do you tan
No.
the feet? Like don't they
So
they dry out though?
they'll go in the bucket. I mean, some people are now cutting the feet off and they're casting like the same material here with plastic. Just so you don't get the shrinkage over time, because as they do dry out, they'll shrivel if you do not inject them. So they actually make a bird feet injection fluid. You just use a syringe, basically like formaldehyde, like you would preserve antlers that are in velvet or bird's feet or any kind of fleshy whatever.
I thought maybe you'd be able to put like a type of resin into it, make it like to form it.
Now
first.
some of the newer bird feed injection is a 2-part, so it is more like I don't really want to say an epoxy, but something close. So you have like 10 minutes or so to work with it, and then it's hard. So if you're using that, you got to have your bird put together, have it posed on your piece of wood or however you want, with the feet shaped how you want them before you inject it.
Wow. Okay.
Some of the other stuff that's like, it's a lot better than formaldehyde, but like a formaldehyde base.
No,
you still have hours to work with it before it cures.
I do know some old school taxidermists that basically just put wire inside of them.
Yes, so there is still wire. So the tail, like on a turkey or something big, you definitely want to use a wire to help support the tail.
Yeah.
Your wings will have wires. Your feet, your legs will have wires. The head and neck will have a wire.
Okay.
And then you'll have another wire. If your bird's not standing, you'll have to have some kind of wire to connect it to whatever.
Yeah.
Like if you're doing a flying bird, usually they'll just stick a wire well, usually if they're flying, they have their breast facing the wall, and the wire will come out of the breast and attach to whatever, like a piece of
mount.
wood that's on the wall. Yeah.
Yeah, Veronica, we got all kinds of cool people on our show that do all kinds of cool stuff. Yeah, that's why people like coming here watching it.
So that was bird body number 1 that we carved the other night. Got your Pope's nose.
Uh,
Snoop's nose. There's head. The crowing bird.
you cast 3 different heads though, right?
Yes. Yes. Each bird has its own head. So that was bird number 1. Here's body number 2. This is the one I'm not real sure of. I mean, it's very nicely shaped, but for what I'm doing, I went ahead and actually stood him up a little bit taller.
Yeah.
This is more of a relaxed pose.
Yeah, well, yeah, because the third one's going to be basically cawing, right? Cockadoodling.
That's the first one with his head open.
Yeah. Okay.
So, and this one will be like a strut.
Oh yeah. He looks like he's strutting right now.
So where the first body, he would be more like this. This one, when I'm done, he'll stand a little taller, if you will.
You have to pretty much imagine your final project, like when you're starting from scratch like that, though.
Yeah, when you're doing rigid forms, especially with your thighs and everything incorporated into the form, yeah.
Yeah.
Which
so
that's where it comes in handy to actually have the carcass, because you have a live reference here. You can move those to whatever position. You can move your neck. If you're gonna do it.
Veronica's asking, have you ever done an articulated mount?
No.
You couldn't though, right? Because there'd be too much play on the skin, the pelt.
So when you say articulated, I'm thinking more of that's a skeleton mount. No skin, no feathers, no fur, whatever the case is. I might be misunderstanding that, but
Okay, well, could you do that? Like do an articulated skeleton and then build the muscle onto it, and then put this hide on it?
If you knew what you were doing enough, like if you studied the anatomy enough, you had some good reference photos, somebody could. That's not really my thing, but yeah.
Has anybody ever asked you about humans? Because I know you can. There's a thing out now where people are trying to preserve tattoos off bodies and mount them on the walls and stuff.
I haven't had anybody ask me to do it yet. I've heard about it, and there's a lot of legality stuff that goes behind it.
It'd be a moral issue too, though, wouldn't it?
It's still kind of, I guess, taboo would be the right word.
Yeah, I suppose.
I think it's pretty cool. I mean, there was actually one here not too terribly long ago that there was some. The guy had a huge back piece, and I believe it was the son who wanted all of that preserved. I mean, I could do it, no problem. Like, you gotta block some of it with your mind to get past it, but I can do it. There's not a whole lot of people I think that really could. I mean, when you think about what you're doing, you're fixing to cut the backside off a person and put him in a tanning bucket like you would a deer. Pretty much.
Well, yeah, because you basically just treat it like any other animal, right?
Right. And you got to go in with that mindset. Like,
Yeah,
all I'm
exactly.
doing is preserving a skin. A skin.
Alrighty. Well, thanks for joining us, Wes, and showing us some cool taxidermy stuff. And we'll be on tomorrow. Like I said, I'll be in my shop, but I'll be over on the other side of my shop there, prepping wood and getting stuff ready for other stuff that I have.
All right. There's bird number 4. Body number 4. That's bird number 3. He was a little bit smaller than the other ones.
Okay, here's a question for you. Would it be more advantageous? I don't know. I'm asking for your thoughts on this. Take your body, your carcass, put wires into it, form it, cast it in silicone, and then expansion foam fill it.
Okay. Were you asking that or somebody else?
No, I am.
You are. Okay. Let me stretch across the shop here.
I'm pretty sure that's how most of your forms would be bought from the stores, right? From the retailers.
All right. So this was bird number 3. He's the one that we found dead last month in the pen. Silicone mold.
Yeah.
Off the actual head. So that's where that came from. So out of that, I took a gallon-sized Ziploc bag. I had just enough silicone. Well, I was a little bit shy, but we made it work. Took a gallon-sized Ziploc bag, and I put the carcass. Did not freeze it. I took the carcass right off, skinning the bird, put him in that Ziploc bag, and filled it full of my liquid silicone. Yeah. Zipped the bag up. And because if you've ever put water inside a Ziploc bag, you know what kind of wonderful shape you cannot get out of it.
Yeah.
So across the other side of the shop over here by the washer and dryer, I don't know if you can see it back here, there's some clothes hanging on that rod.
Yep.
I've just got a couple of shelf brackets with a wooden dowel. I took that Ziploc bag and rolled it over the rod.
Yep.
Until all the silicone pushed up all around the body, and then I clamped it to the rod and let it cure.
Cool.
So it was actually hanging, so the weight of the silicone with it rolled over kept that body in the
Center mass, pretty much.
in place.
Okay.
Yeah. So because I didn't quite have enough silicone, this would have been the front side of the bag. It's very thin.
Yeah, thin wall.
You usually want about a ½ inch thick. On the back side, it's plenty nice.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what I did with bird number 3.
Yeah. See? Okay. So you just go to expansion foam then. Okay. Cool.
So I had to remove the bag, the Ziploc bag, to get the mold out, and then I have to cut it open to remove the body carcass.
Yeah.
So because it's so flimsy and thin on this side, I can't just pour my material in there. It would all fall out. Plus there's a few holes where that was like a wing bone sticking out or a hip bone back here. So there's holes in the mold. So I tucked this thing back down in another Ziploc bag, pushed all the air out of it, got it sealed up nice. And then down here on the bottom, I poked a little hole in the Ziploc bag that it's now in to get my nozzle of the spray foam. Stuck it down as far as I could so that my nozzle was towards the back of the mold, and just started spraying and worked my way back out. Now your traditional foam in a can is very, very porous, very open cell, if you will. So when I got it all cured, I removed it, but it was still very soft in the middle. So all the foam expanded, and it was basically hollow. I had the shape of the bird, but it was hollow in the middle, so it was real squishy.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't really be good for anything. But I noticed there was a small little hole. Now this is the back side of the bird. There was a little small right here about where the poop chute would be. It was a void. And I was able to stick my straw down in there. And I said, okay, I have the basic shape. If I can stick the straw down here and spray some more foam, it should expand into that and give it a little more like a filler.
Yeah.
But this was all experimenting. Like I knew there was a chance that it would work or it wouldn't. But it actually took. I stuck the nozzle as far as I could get it in there and just started spraying. And if you know how this spray foam works, like it expands real quick. It just shoots out.
Yep.
So with that straw down in there, I've kind of created. I don't want to say an air gap. I've sealed it off pretty much.
Yeah.
So it's still coming out. You can feel the sides start expanding as it's filling up. So I just kept it pinched off and kept spraying. That way it's not a lot of air in there and just a little bit of foam. And then as it expands, you still have that void.
Yep.
I just kept spraying until I ran out of foam in the can.
So
It wasn't
know,
a full can anyway. So that
I know at work we use low expansion foam. Like we're filling in big holes in the walls and stuff. We use low expansion for that because we know it doesn't freaking come out with a hole, spray out, drop out on the ground and stuff, right?
right.
And it dries within probably an hour. You can scrape the front of it off, make it flush with the wall.
Right.
We buy that by the case.
Let me do this.
But when you buy mounts for deer and stuff like that, what are those made out of though? Like usually made out of?
Oh, I gotta unplug my charger. Hang on. Okay. All right. So now here's a couple of mannequins. These are gonna get redone, but that is a very rigid urethane foam.
Oh, okay.
It's a two-part urethane.
Okay.
But that is very rigid, closed cell. And I still have this guy hanging here. This is actually the spray foam.
Okay.
I built that base up using spray foam. Big gap filler.
Big gap filler.
So basically what I did, I cut my backboard to the shape of the deer. Put the deer on it. Wrapped the deer up with saran wrap to seal him up so I didn't get any spray foam on it. But his basic shape was there. And the foam expanded around it. That way you get a nice little crease that looks like the deer is cradled.
Good work, man.
That took, which if you are familiar with the spray foam, if you take and spritz it with a little water, that helps speed up the cure time.
Yep.
So squirt a little bit, spritz it with some water, let it sit for a few minutes. Then I can come back and kind of manipulate it, pack it down in there, make sure it's not soft. Let that harden up. And then I stick a couple of drywall screws, like 2.5, 3-inch drywall screws in there. Spray a little bit more. That gives it a little bit of like a rebar base.
Yeah, structure.
To help secure it. And then the second spritz, I stuck that piece of wood in there and let the foam expand up to it.
Is that the mount that you just threw the hide on? Or was that another one that you did that video with?
Oh, that's him down here.
Oh, okay. That was hilarious.
My shoop.
That was hilarious. You just awesome work, man.
So then I went and I don't know if you can really see it on camera. That's sand.
I can see it.
Okay. That's real sand. That wraps around there.
Like I said, it's freaking awesome work.
Got some nice little roots coming out of it. Not bad for amateur hour.
Amateur hour. So
Yeah,
you don't consider yourself a professional
Step
taxidermist?
back. No,
Really?
no. I'm an amateur, no matter what I do.
How many
Always
mounts
amateur.
have you done? Completed?
I have no idea.
Well, approximately like 100,
Um,
less than that, 50.
I would say probably less than 100. Actual shoulder mounts. I do a lot of skulls.
Yeah. Like I said, I still gotta touch base with you because I get a lot of skulls I gotta clean up that are in my freezer still, right? But I don't want them to have a bleached look. I want them to have like a natural look to them.
Right. Kind of like those.
No, those look bleached.
No. Those over here are. These are.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. See, like I can see the difference between those two, right? But I know that I don't have enough work for carnivorous beetles. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Because I'd have to keep feeding them something.
The dermested dog food.
Dog.
If you want to keep them alive, give them some dog food.
Oh.
Now, you notice this is her side of the shop.
Yep.
She claimed that one.
Oh, it's his and hers. It's love.
You after I got all the sealing and everything finished up, she was like, "You are putting my deer head back over here, right?" Yes, dear. And there's my shop birds.
Little chicks.
My mother-in-law did this for Christmas.
Oh. Okay.
She ordered the mama hen back there and the little chicks, and she had my sister and brother-in-law build this little box and shipped it to her.
Cool.
This is my favorite feature. You got to wake these little things up.
No.
Yes.
That's the best.
She was so disappointed though, because when she came up with this idea, she wanted something that I could put outside by the windmill out in the front yard. And the people she talked to, they were like, "Oh yeah, the mama bird, she's got real feathers on it. It'll be okay to go outside." Yada yada yada. And it's like, when we unwrapped all this, like the little chicks are battery powered, they're making noise. Like you can't put that outside.
No.
Like the glue gets wet on mama bird, she's gonna be naked.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
so she was quite disappointed. There's some more over there. Those are my big boys.
Yeah, because like I said, I got 4 different ducks that heads that I gotta get cleaned off, and I want to do like scroll saw portraits of them. I got a crowned grebe, a mallard, I can't remember what the other 2 are. I got I guess chicken heads. I got 3 tortoises and a turtle in there. I got a porcupine skull. I got a bat and a magpie, a crow, a robin, a sparrow, and I think I have a waxwing in there as well.
Okay.
Like I don't know, I really can't send them to you.
You could.
Can you mail the animals without permits?
Well,
You think you need a permit of some kind for them?
some
baby-
some of
it's-
your some
it's
of your migratory birds are a little bit different.
Yeah.
And with you coming through customs, I don't know how. I've never shipped hides across through
Oh,
customs.
Larry, it's a small apartment freezer. It's actually like right behind these boards here. It's maybe a 4 cubic foot freezer. It's not that big. That's the only thing. And I got like 5 or 6 different fish in there as well. Like just a heads up of. Like I got a salmon. I got a salmon. I got a pike or a northern pike. I got a tuna head in there. And a yellowtail head. Because like I wanted to get the skulls prepped up and ready to go so I can mount them in front of portraits, right? Like I said, I was gonna do like the whole museum thing.
I don't know if you can see that out here.
You got a head in a bucket.
Yeah.
What do we hear? Do we hear fireworks?
I'm not sure if that's fireworks or if somebody's shooting a gun. It is out, and it could be a gun. There's some little birdies.
There your coop.
Yeah.
How warm is it out there? Like outside right now? 50s, 40s?
Let me see. I am showing 50 right now.
No. Oh no, like Larry, I don't have the full bodies of everything in there. I just got the heads. Because I had this idea of stuff I wanted to do for portraits and skull mounts and stuff like that, and I bought a huge pot and strainers and everything and cheesecloth bags to put everything into to boil everything basically, but to keep all the bones in cheesecloth bags. I didn't lose any of them, and but then I got to find a way to. Then I found out that if I do that, if I basically boil them, they're gonna be stained from the meat that's on them. Right? So I got to find a way to get all the meat off of the bone. Then I got to find out how to clean out the brains out of it too.
Oh, that's easy. You got an air compressor?
Yeah.
You got a jet nozzle for it?
Yeah, for like filling up balls.
No. Let me see here. Open up the shed.
Well, Victoria, I was thinking about buying some, but I gotta source them out. There's not really anybody in Canada that has them.
This little guy right here.
Oh yeah, I got one like that. It's got a shorter nozzle on it, but it's similar to that.
Oh, this is real nice. Watch this. Got a little adjuster here. I can make it even longer.
Hold on a second. I gotta yard this 100% true guy on here. Really? I don't know what to buy. It was 100% true though.
Yeah, that little jet nozzle. You stick the end of it right there in that hole. And if it's your first time, you put a plastic bag over it and then poke your nozzle through the bag.
Well, yeah, because otherwise it'll come back. It's just a
Oh, yeah.
cavity in there.
Oh,
It's got to go
yeah.
somewhere.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. But if you have a bag, you can usually catch most of your stuff that comes out without spraying
yes,
yourself.
but the thing is that a deer skull is a lot thicker than a tortoise skull or a bird skull.
Right. There's still a little bit of goopy stuff on the bottom there, but he's just about clean. Let's see where I am there. My water's still about 100 degrees. You hear that pinging noise?
Yeah, it's like stuff dripping into the bucket.
One of the chickens awake. He's trying to eat out of an empty bowl. Or she.
Yeah, Veronica, I had this whole idea of when did I come up with this? Probably 7 years ago. I had this idea of like, okay, so people go to the museum to pay money to see a bunch of dead animals. They go to the museum to see a bunch of dead bones, like bones just sitting there doing nothing. So what I was gonna do was talk to a couple of taxidermy guys as well. Because everybody goes out and they go fishing, they want to mount their fish or they want to mount their does, bucks and stuff and whatever they shoot up at the walls and stuff. Well, what would be better but a customized portrait of their animal with the skull in a clear acrylic case right in front of it. Right? So that's the idea that I had behind this whole thing. But I know, like with the bat, I don't know. I don't like. I might be able to keep the bat skull, but there's no way I'm gonna rearticulate the whole body from a bat, especially with all the ribs and stuff. But I do know a place. I have a supplier that I can buy real bones, like real full body, like articulated full bodies from a scientific research place. So I was gonna do like I had this idea of this whole concept. I was gonna do that. I like doing portraits. I like doing wildlife portraits. They might as well just combine the two of them, right? And then I had another thought too. Like for example, this deer up here. What I was gonna do was take the deer, for example, that because it's life size. It's a life size portrait that Charles did. Like I blew it up, right? So it's life size. And what I was going to do was take an actual pair of antlers and mount them to the actual scroll saw pattern of that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And then I was actually going to go another step further and do like half, like basically like make it 3-dimensional, carve it, and then just have like like or right on the front side, and the back side would be the skull. So it'd be like half wooden carved, and then the other half would be the skull itself. And I can do two of them, right? Because I get one of each half. I got all these ideas in my head and all the time because I know my brother-in-law in BC, he's a trapper and he gets a lot of wolves, cougars, bighorn sheep all the time, and because he's a what is it a guide, like he does guided hunting tours as well for Americans to come up that want to shoot a wolf. And the thing is they can so he has tracked them through his cameras on his trails and stuff. They'll fly up, they'll go out for a week, do their hunts. But the thing is, they can't take the hides back with them. So he'll actually process them and or whatever, like process them here in Canada, but he can't send anything back down to the States. So because of wolves and cougars are protected up here. So he has to have all the permits and everything in place for them. So he'll just basically just throws everything away except for the hide. And the meat I think goes down to the wolf center, and they feed the wolf. Okay, there's a place in Golden, BC called Northern Lights Wolf Center, where you can actually go in the pen with the wolves and run with the wolves, and all these wolves were trained by the owner that's there. She got them all as kits, and they were all abandoned, orphaned wolves. She's the alpha. She basically her and her partner are the ones that are allowed in the cages with the wolves. Yeah, but they attach GoPro cameras to them while they're hunting in their pen, and it's a huge pen. I think it's like a 2-acre pen, and you can actually watch on camera while they're hunting, and you can actually walk with the wolves like outside the fence line, but you can actually walk with the wolves and see them hunting. It's a pretty cool affair. And they also raise Karelian bear dogs, which the bear dogs are used to if bears come into the town or the towns around the area. If bears come, like black bears and brown bears come into the town, they get called. They take the dogs down, and the dogs scare the bears out of the town. It's a lot safer than trapping them and putting them into bear traps, like tranquilizing them, putting them into bear traps, and setting them off somewhere because they always come back anyway. Oh yeah, it's an awesome experience. Name of it is. I actually don't promote it as much as I should. For the Nice Wolf Center, there you go. Pull it up. They got some really nice wolves there, though. Here you go. Here's their website. You can go check it out. Hey, Adele. John, that you run earlier. I've been here 3 minutes. Thanks for lurking, Adele. I appreciate it. Yeah, go check them out. It's a pretty cool site. Oh, it's freaking midnight. Okay, I gotta go now, Wes.
All right, me too.
All right. Thanks for being here. Thanks for everybody in the chat. Thanks for everybody hanging out with us. And I'll be on tomorrow, but I'll be in my shop over on the other side, so I won't have any audio. So hopefully somebody's here to read chat and answer questions for you and stuff. But I'll come back every once in a while and check it out. All right. Take care. Have fun. Talk to you later.